It's not just videos posted online. Iran and its proxies are sticking a finger in the face of President Biden as Americans in Iraq and Syria have been attacked almost a dozen times in recent days by rockets and drones. Unchecked aggression toward Americans. At least 4 rockets targeted the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad's heavily fortified Green Zone Thursday. 3 of the missiles hit within the perimeter of the American embassy. An Iraqi military statement said a girl and a woman were injured. It's the latest in a series of rocket and drone attacks targeting Americans in Iraq since the start of the year, following the second anniversary of the U.S. strike that killed Iranian General Soleimani. Meantime, this new video from the website of Iran's supreme leader that appears to show a robot calling in a drone strike on President Trump at Mar-a-Lago. In the video, a remote-controlled 4-wheel drone infiltrates the president's Florida residence. An Iranian hacker with a picture of Soleimani on his desktop deactivates security cameras. The Iranian drone enters the field where President Trump, wearing a red MAGA hat, is golfing. The screen then cuts to black with a message in English and Farsi reading, "Revenge is definite." There's one major problem with the video. There's no golf course at Mar-a-Lago, only a putting green. The White House hasn't responded to Iran's latest blunt and provocative gesture, but the administration, facing record low approval numbers, is blaming President Trump for the state of Iran's nuclear program.
Iran's increased capability and capacity, their aggressive actions that they have taken through proxy wars around the world would be happening if the former president had not recklessly pulled out of the nuclear deal.
America's ally, Israel, lauded President Trump for pulling out and enforcing max pressure sanctions on Iran. In September, the UN nuclear watchdog said Iran had failed to fully honor the terms of a deal struck just 2 weeks earlier to allow inspectors to service monitoring equipment. Before that, reports surfaced of Iranian guards sexually harassing UN inspectors, touching female auditors and ordering them to remove their clothes. There's been very little progress in this 8th round of nuclear talks in Vienna. This week, Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett said Israel, which is not a party to these talks, will not be bound by any agreement. Now back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Daniel. For more on this, the video and the response or lack thereof from the Biden administration, let's bring in Florida Congresswoman and member of the House Homeland Security Committee, Kat Cammack. Thank you very much for joining us, Congresswoman. I want to bring this back up because I think this is really what folks have a huge problem with. The reaction from the White House press secretary, Jen Psaki, yesterday, refusing to condemn this video from Iran's supreme leader that clearly depicts a drone strike killing President Trump. Listen to her response and then give us your take.
I have a question about a video that Iran's supreme leader posted on his website that appears to show a robot conducting a drone strike, killing the former president at his Mar-a-Lago golf club. Is the intelligence community assessing this threat and working with former President Trump to offer protection of any kind?
I'm not going to speak to the work of our intelligence community. Obviously, the kind of rhetoric or video from the supreme leader is something that we've seen, offensive rhetoric and behavior in the past. But I'm not going to speak to more specifics of internal discussions.
Your thoughts?
This is just really frustrating because when you see a video like that with what Iran's supreme leader put out, it's not just offensive, it's dangerous, it's violent. And you would hope that we could maybe look past this as Republicans versus Democrats. This is an American issue that they need to be looking at this through this lens. And you have to ask yourself, is this administration, the Biden administration, are they so obsessed with Trump? Are they so hate-filled and vitriolic towards President Trump and his supporters that they can't even bring themselves to condemn a violent and dangerous video from Iran's supreme leader, who would love nothing more than to see America as a whole, Republicans and Democrats equally, fall flat on their face? That speaks volumes of this administration. And you wonder why their approval ratings are so low. It's because they are so one-sided. They are so vindictive, and their violence, the silence that they're exhibiting right now, it is dangerous. And I pray.
But they're outraged over "Let's Go Brandon."
Yeah. Well, even President Biden himself says, "Let's go Biden." So we'll just leave that one there. But you know, that's just it. You know, the silence is deafening coming out of the White House on this.